Hey girl, welcome to my podcast, the place where inspiration meets empowerment, and where you're invited to embark on a transformative journey of self discovery and growth. I'm your host, Andrea Leanne Anderson, and I'm beyond thrilled to have you here with us today. This podcast is all about helping you overcome your fears, embracing your true self, and ultimately taking control back over your life so you can achieve your wildest dreams. If you're going to stick around here, you have been forewarned that I will challenge you to have more faith than fear, and together we're going to explore the limitless possibilities that await you. So grab your cup of coffee, get comfy, and get ready to be inspired, motivated, and challenged for growth. So let's dive right in. Oh my goodness, you guys. I am just screaming inside. Welcome to the podcast. You have no idea how long it has taken me to actually just go and do it. It just, man, the the fear. I mean, when you are going for your purpose, your calling, there's a certain level of risk that just takes it out the water of like being so excited to do something but having crippling fear to like make it happen. Anywho, I'm excited, you guys. As you can tell, I want to welcome you and also thank you. Thank you for listening to my podcast. If you're listening to this podcast, literally my first episode, like you're a real one. You're a real one. Thank you for supporting me and supporting what's really is my dream that just hasn't happened yet. And so I thank you for tuning in, for listening. I invite you to share. I invite you to give me any feedback or encouragement. I love to hear it. Um, I thought we would keep it nice and simple for this podcast and to just dive in a little bit to like the purpose of the podcast, a little bit more about me and how this all came about. And with that being said, to understand the purpose of this podcast, I need you to understand the very beginning of it all, um, which was maybe 8 years ago. I mean, you could say six is when things really happened for me. um, but yeah, I mean, so today I can say that I am really proud and completely happy with who I am, like genuinely. I have developed into this woman that I realized in making this and the creation of this podcast that I am the woman that I once dreamed of. And I am so proud of myself. I am so happy for myself. I spent so many years just working on growing and becoming a better version of myself and just getting to this place that I am today. And I have been in a place of just honoring that and celebrating that within myself. And it's just everything about it. The way I do things, how I go about things, how I treat others, what my life looks like, the way I tackle goals and conquer challenges, the relationships that I've built, and even the healing that I've gone through has been unbelievable. And I mean, I forgot to say my faith too. My faith has been so strong. And the reason why I say this is unbelievable, it's because when I look back, it's a complete 180 from where I came from. Not to say that, like I'm not still growing and I am just that girl. It's just that I've come so far. And I think that that woman or girl that I was back then, if she could look at me today, I think she would cry happy tears because she would be so happy for me and know that it's going to be okay. Um, because like I was saying 8 years ago or so, is really when I was in a seriously dark place. I struggled with a lot of self-doubt. I was fearful. I had so many limiting beliefs about what the possibilities of my life was. And if I'm being completely honest, like I could register that time as depression because I just felt so helpless and in that stuck place. And the one word I can think of is lost. I was lost because I felt like I was supposed to be this person because I was this person to everyone else, my family, my friends, for so long. All my life I had been one person. And to even think about wanting to be something different or not being happy with who I was, it was like, how do I even go about that? Like, what are people going to say? And how do I even do that? Um, and just the expectations also of just life, from the time we're young, we're constantly being asked who we want to be, or even people are telling us who we should be. And so when I was in this place, those times hurt hard. Um, and I wanted to be worthy. I wanted to be worthy. I wanted to feel loved. And honestly, I wanted to be enough in my own eye. Um, and that's really what it was. It's how I saw myself. Um, I was strong, I would say. I was strong in the way that I had already gone through so much, but it was this like crippling amount of pain that I had gone through and not healed from, that I was just operating from a place of pain. Um, and you know how they say like hurt people hurt people? Yeah, I think that's where I was, honestly. Um, and I came to a place where I just didn't like who I was, and and I wanted more. I wanted purpose. I wanted to feel like there was meaning to every day again. And when I got into that place, that's when my journey began. I didn't have necessarily a lot of support in this specific area. Not to say the family and friends of that time didn't come about, but what I was looking for wasn't in front of me. And so I searched for it. Luckily, we live in this amazing world of today where the digital world is a thing, and if you don't have access to people in your direct life, that you can have access people to online. And that's what I did. I searched for how to become a better version of myself, how to change my life, because this little thing inside of me wanted a reason for more. I wanted a reason to like wake up and like jump up in the morning and be excited, but I also wanted to like myself. I wanted to love myself, and I wanted to like step into my purpose and like have a path for my life in front of me. Like I wanted to be able to be going somewhere with direction. Um, and so that's kind of how it all started. Um, it took me a very long time to like get to where I am today. Like that journey I mean, I could describe so many different parts of my journey that got me to today, but that's where it started. And quite frankly, like I'm still on my journey. But all of that to say that like this is my inspiration for the podcast. I want women to be able to stand up and be fearless in who they are called to be strong in their faith and determined in their life. That they would stop throwing themselves, they would stop letting life throw them around, and that they would just really take the steering wheel. And like I said, I needed someone on my path, a friend, a mentor who could have just guided me through and out of what I was going through and help and encourage me to be who I am today. And not just that's my inspiration, right? But really, I think, I am highly specific about this podcast being for women. I have an extreme calling for women. And a big part of this is that we need more women standing fully in their purpose. I believe so much of the world circles around us, and the impact that we can have is just so infinite. Um, and us as women, like the female, like we have a unique and divine calling on our lives, and we are needed to heal and give life to this world. We are, the nurturers, the love and the softness of the world. And I think there is no better time than this for women to be lifted up and leading. And so and I think the little girls in this world, I mean, they need this. They need to have more women fully in their purpose, that they need to be able to have people to look up to. Um, and so the representation matters too. But with that being said, my job here, in my mind, my job here for this podcast is to empower you, to help you embrace your true and genuine self, to just like fully embody that, whoever that is, to where you would be just so fearless, like you would go and attack any doubts or fears that come your way and be able to grow exponentially. You know, I fully believe and I know you were meant for abundance and you were meant for purpose. And my hope is that you can go ahead and just call this little podcast, this little corner of the digital world here, call it your safe place where you can learn and you can grow and you can even foster your faith, because that's important to me. And, during this growth journey, you can also go and make impact. My big thing is, fill your tank, then go fill others. You know, there is way too many women out there that need this. There's so many little girls that need this. And in fact, your family needs this. Your friends do. And what I mean by this, they need you. They need you to be who you were meant to be. They need you to evolve so that they can evolve. And, growth is contagious. I promise you, growth is contagious. You start growing within yourself, and everything else around you starts to grow. Your life is going to look like a garden by the time you are through with it. But for my women who are on board with me, okay, what you can expect in this podcast, we're going to be talking about self-discovery. So really finding who you are and even who you want to be, and that's all within yourself. So we're going to be going through that process of just figuring out who that is, not who other people tell you it is, not who you think that is. It's just who you truly are. And then going and we'll go over personal development and how to grow within yourself and utilize mentors and tools and books and resources to be able to go and grow, to take the steps to actually go and be a better person, and to just grow within your own self and mindset. We'll be talking about that too, mindset mastery. Perspective and gratitude is everything. And so along this journey, we're definitely going to be talking about how you can do specific mindset shifts to gain better perspective. And when you have perspective, you can gain strength through anything you're growing through. I also want to talk about faith. Now, I laugh a little bit when I say that because it took me a long time to decide whether or not I was going to talk about faith or not. Um, because at first I wasn't going to, because respect to wherever you're at on your faith journey. And I still believe that. But I would be lying to you. And to me, it would be a complete misleading if I didn't tell you on this journey that like I needed my faith, I needed God to get here. Like my faith anchored me. And during this journey, so much happened within me to believe in God again. and having faith and a God to pray to, that was huge for me. And in different seasons, it looked different, but I can't tell you that you can go on this growth journey and knowing that my growth journey required a faith, it required a God, and then be like, no, you don't need it, when I have absolutely no idea about that. I needed God. And so I'm going to guide you on what I know. So faith, and alongside that, of course, it's going to be purpose. We all know God has a calling on your life and you are meant to live it. And with that being said, fearless living. I want you to just fearlessly attack those things in your life, whether it's attacking your goals or it's hacking the enemies on your life. Um, I think that is important. Because the biggest thing you're going to go through in your like personal growth journey is fear, and we need to be able to conquer that. And while it won't go away, it there is better ways and ways that you can grow within yourself to be more fearless about things in your life. But if you're all in with me, guys, these are the things that I'm going to be talking about, and some sneak peeks into some, topics that we're going to be going over the next episodes is how to never lose time on your journey. I'm serious, literally never lose time on your journey. What to do when you're not happy with your life. Really like a what now? What now? I'm not happy. What now? That's probably what I should name that episode. And the next one is going to be the slow death of consumption. Yeah, you heard that right. And I am just really excited, guys. I really am. And last, I'd like to just close this off with, a message to the woman who can feel like they're in the same place that I was once in, or are in their journey. If there's anything I could say to myself and go back in time, if I could look at that version of me and be face to face with her, I would tell her, don't give up. I would tell her you are stronger than you think you are, that you're going to get through this. I love you. You are loved. And that this is only the beginning of the journey. While sometimes it may feel like the end, this is the beginning. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a journey and process that will get you to a place where you are completely happy, completely proud, and just excited for more life. Thanks for listening, you guys. Please subscribe. It, as you know, it helps me. And give me feedback. I want to know about these podcasts and what you think of them and your thoughts. I'd love to hear the feedback from it, not just be talking to a mic. Feel free to connect with me on social media at Andrea Leanne Anderson. And thank you for listening, guys. Love you much.